I'm excited. I'm excited. Woohoo! I'm excited. So over the last few months, I've been switching up my style a little bit on Instagram, and I'm super happy like where it's gone to, and I think it's pretty sick. A bunch of you have been requesting that I release a preset pack for this new look. And it's taking me a few weeks to do it because I want it to be perfect, but it's finally ready. Anyways, this video is not just gonna be me showing off this new pack, although, you know, we're going to take a closer look at it. I'm also gonna share with you what I currently think is probably one of my biggest Lightroom tricks that really makes my photos pop. And I'm also gonna share with you how I use presets and why I use presets in order, you know, to save time and ensure that consistent look. So before we jump into Lightroom, I just wanna thank you for the support. If you decide to buy the pack, it really helps me out, thank you. These are over 20 presets that I'm very happy with and super proud of. However, if you don't want to spend any money, that's no problem. I got you covered. On my Selfie store, I have bunch of free stuff, so you know it's a little something for everybody. All right, enough of the talking. Let's jump into the Lightroom. All right, so welcome to Lightroom. Here is my presets, and these are over 20 different presets, and I call the pack Inspired by Stockholm because it's inspired by the city that I currently live in, Stockholm, and the city is very, you know, golden and orangey, so the presets are more warmer than I've used to because I come from Iceland, you know, and it's super cold. So if you look at the older style, it's really colder and moody. Here is way warmer, and I'm happy with these, okay? So in it, you can see that you have like these, I divided into a few different names. I have this brown sugar that is like a brownish type of look. Then, you know, I cannot make a preset pack without having a little film vibe. I just love the film vibe. Then we have Stockholm, street vibe, sunset love, and some bonus presets too. So the reason I use presets is to save myself time and ensure a consistent look to my photo, especially when I found, you know, look that I really like, I save it and, you know, I can get it again and again and again. And sometimes, you know, you're just super lucky and it's just a hole in one, because usually you have to adjust the presets. It's just because all photos are different, but sometimes, you know, you can just go like, okay, what would work here? Maybe this one, or let's go down here, boom. And this is already, you see before and after, and it's ready to ship. And we can try another one like this photo here. I know that the brown vibe will probably look good here. This one, I mean, finished. That took 1 second. Now, two things that I think is important to know about my preset is that one, I never save the white balance. White balance is different on every photo, and I do not like to have it saved in the preset. I like to adjust it afterwards. And the local adjustments here, I do not save them to presets. I like to do them afterwards. And these adjustments is something that I use on every single photo. And this is really, like, in my opinion, the biggest trick for me in making my photos pop. I'll show you in a second how I use these. When I started to use them like this, it was a complete game changer. So keep that in mind. Adjust your white balance by yourself, okay? All right, so I'll show you with this photo here, how we can create it into a nice looking photo. So I start by going like, okay, what presets can work here? I think this one here. Now this is a perfect example in my opinion, because almost always you have to do a little adjustments and tweaking it to make it fit to that photo. So here I just go and I go through this. Like so. Now we go to the local adjustment. I start with the gradient filter, like so. And what I'm doing, I'm closing in on our subject. So here's our subject in this photo, and this is different in every photo, and that's why I don't like to save it to the presets, because it's different where I put them and how much I put them in every photo, and I think it's just, you know, silly to have it in the preset. Rather I do it myself, as you see now. So here I'm gonna create a little my own type of vignette here. So we drag this up here, and then we can drag down the exposure, closing in on him like so. I think this is good, and we add another one. Let me see, and we like another one here. Just like so. I think this is good. All right, finished. You can see before and after. We've created a little vignette closing in on him. Then I move to the radial filter, which is this one here. Click it. And what I usually do is like different for every photo. But for here, I might put it on him like this and then drag down the exposure just a tiny bit to close in on him even more. Just a tiny bit like this. Then I take another one like so. And we do it like here on him, and then I press invert, and now I'm gonna brighten up him so he stands out and pops, and we really like that. And then I would drag up the contrast to make him really pop from the background like so. And this is huge. You see before and after, boom, creating more depth to the photo. Very, very nice. Now, last thing I do is the brushes, and it depends on what I like to brush, but I often brush the subject. But I think that because we lighten it so much with the radial filter, I'm only gonna start by brushing his sweater, Could make it more white, so we can have it like this. And by the way, I'm doing this pretty fast now, but you can really just, you know, zoom in and do it really, really, really good if you like. One thing that I super much like at the moment is to brighten up underneath our subject. So it's like a kind of a spotlight feeling. And you can see in this photo here that I brighten up under him, and we're gonna do it same here. So I'm just gonna take the brush and we're gonna brush like this. We can press O to see what we are doing, like so. And then we brighten up just a tiny bit, add a little bit of clarity too, drag up the whites. And when you're brightening up, I think to compensate this nice drag up the contrast, it really makes that sound there pop. And you see, this is very subtle, but it really, you see how he just pops up there a little bit. I really much like it. Now what I would like to do is to make the clouds pop more. So it's basically just take it here and just drag. And then drag up the dehaze, just a little bit down with the exposure and up with the clarity, like so. And we can take it away a little bit here, like so. I think that's nice. And then the last thing I do is to establish a light source. So the light is coming from here. So now we've like narrowed in on the subject a lot, but I think it's a little bit strange when it just becomes dark all over. So I want to brighten up here because I know that the sun was right around here. So I'm gonna create a little light source by doing a radial filter like so. And then I press invert. And then by doing the dehaze, dragging it down like so and up with the exposure, I'm able to create a little fake light source as the light was coming from here. Because if you look at him, you see that the light is shining on him here. So this is a pretty nice place for it to be. And boom, finished. And now you can see before and after, it's a huge difference, and that didn't take a lot of time. Bam! All right, so that's it for me today. If you decide to buy this pack, thank you so much. It really, really helps me out in producing all this video. And if you have any questions, as always, feel free to ask in comments down below. I appreciate you are still watching. You're a total legend. And if you could smack that like button for me, it really helps me out. And I don't know, all that stuff. You know what we say here on this platform. Anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace!